Wyoming at Air Force. Let's talk about G5, baby. Let's talk about the Mountain West, giant Mountain West implications in this game. Gigantic Falcons versus the Cowboys, baby. Come on. This game is going to be won on the ground. 100%. You got any thoughts? I got some. I got some stuff, and I feel pretty good about my pick going in this game. But I want to hear your thoughts first before I get into mine.
I mean, yeah, on the ground, you said this matters. And a lot of people, I think, will watch that Wyoming Fresno State last week and be like, oh my gosh, Wyoming beat ranked Fresno State. And yes, that was a big win. We talked about it. Go check out that video. But Air Force is legit, man. There's a reason why they're 10.5. And I don't think that line has moved, right, since it opened. Vegas likes their line. And I think Air Force is going to win. I think they're going to cover. I think they're really, really good. I do think they match up. I do think Wyoming matches up okay against Air Force in terms of trying to stop the run and being able to be in a physical grinded out game. But also, if Air Force goes up 2 touchdowns on you, right, and our Wyoming has to throw the ball, right? Pesley has to throw the ball. It's going to be a different football game. And I do think Air Force, man, they've just been so impressive all year. I think that continues. This is a magical year for them. I think they're going to win. I think they'll end up in a New Year's Six bowl game. We'll get to that when we get there, but let's go. Give me the Falcons and Air Force.
Yeah, when I was looking at this game, and I've watched a good amount of Air Force football this year, and Wyoming football for that matter. I watched a lot of both of these teams. And 1,600 yards on the ground through 5 games. What? That's number 1 in the country. They have a top 5 pass and run defense this year. Oh, okay. Look, the Sam Houston game, they played with their food a little bit, but they dominated that game still, even though they won by 10. But since Mountain West play, they're averaging 27-point margin of victory. They're only giving up 3 yards per carry on the ground. They have a 94% red zone scoring rate, which is good for 12th in the country. I mean, holy smokes, this team. And then I was looking at Wyoming, right? And of course, I picked them to win straight up against Fresno State last week, and they did. But again, that game was in Laramie. And I was trying to really find a good reason because I'm like, that line seems so high. And I'm like, I'm trying to find a really good reason to take Wyoming. And I'm looking at their offense, 71st in run defense, their defense. I'm like 71st in run defense, 79th in pass defense. They're giving up over 4.5 yards per carry, which is 94th in the country. I mean, they're top 30 in turnover margin, right? And they've played some really good games against really good teams. And they're 5-1 right now. And I'm like, how are they 5-1? Like, I look at them statistically, they're just not impressive. And then I look, and then I see it. They're 5-1. But they've played 5 home games.
Ding, 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 ding.
They played 5 home games. And in Laramie, when the crosswinds are a brewing and the air's thin, literally anything can happen. Right? The one road game that they played, and they played well against Texas, they ended up getting blown out in that second half. Give me Air Force and give me the points, 10.5. I agree with you. I wanted any reason to take Wyoming. I wanted any reason, and I literally could not find it. Like, I think Air Force just might be the Mountain West wagon this year. They just might like Air Force. Like if they went out right in the Mountain West, their schedule is not strong enough to make the college football playoffs. But I would be more than ecstatic to watch Air Force in a New Year's Six bowl. I would be more than ecstatic. And gosh, yeah, just keep going, Air Force. I love watching you guys play. I remember like back in the day when we were playing like NCAA 13, 14, I remember you used to like love playing as Air Force, running that
triple option, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say this, and they've definitely evolved. They run a little bit more spread tile triple offense. They do throw the ball more than, I guess, a traditional, grind it out triple option. Yes, they only have 19 attempts on the year. But when you're fullback, if you know anything about triple option, right, your fullback is the guy that's right behind the quarterback, and he just gets the ball right at the middle, and you want like 3 yards, I guess, with him. And if you get 3 yards of carry, you'll be very happy. He's averaging 4.5 yards per carry this year, right? That is awesome. When you're getting that kind of penetration in the middle of your roster, right in the middle of your game, when you can just turn around, hand the ball off for 4.5 yards of carry, that's what makes the triple option. When that's cooking, that's when it's so dangerous, because then you have teams start crashing, then you pull, then you're 1-on-1, you're really 2-on-1 with these DBs, and they have to pick one, and they usually make them wrong. You flip it out, and it's a 40-yard run. That's what makes the triple option so hard. When you do get that pressure and that push up front, Emmanuel Michel, I believe that's how you pronounce it. He's a dog. 91 carries. They're gonna feed him. I think I look for him to have, some grinded out yards, and then Larry and some of the other running backs to have some explosive plays outside of that. But this is awesome, man. That you see the smile on our faces right now. We love talking about Air Force. We love talking about the G5, especially the Mountain West here.
Yeah, I can't wait for this game. I cannot wait for this game. And now we're talking about this like Wyoming can't win this football game. They definitely can. 100%. They can cover, they could win. And look, if they manage to do that and they're undefeated in the Mountain West, after facing probably the two best other Mountain West teams, you can maybe throw UNLV in that conversation later. But then that sets them up so well for the Mountain West Championship, like to just kind of cruise your way, run the ball, just win games, not impressively, like not necessarily like, I shouldn't say not impressively. They don't need to dominate games, right, to win them, So, but yeah, with that being said, Air Force, we're both taking Air Force, and we're both taking the points.
If you have nothing to do, I'm sorry. If you are in the Colorado area, Denver, Colorado Springs area, find your way to that game, man. Tickets are not too expensive. Do what you can to be there, because that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome.